I am predicting complete global collapse, not just economic, but also culture, social, political, just complete chaos.
By when?
It's going to happen a lot faster than people expect. I predict the next 50 years will be complete chaos.
And there's no way to stop this.
There's actually nothing you can do about it. It's only a question of how fast this happens, and it's how do you take advantage of this collapse. Okay? So we talked about Rabbi Sneerson and these, how about Lubavitch, these eschatologists, these occultists who want to create a greater Israel project, right? But there's also another force out there that's also very powerful, and they want to achieve an AI network state. And they're led by people like Peter Thiel. Okay? So what Peter Thiel believes is this is going to happen. There's nothing anyone can do about it. And what can replace the nation state is the network state. So rather than a society run by the government, it's run by a multinational corporation that controls different city-states around the world and is connected in a network. That's his vision for the future.
That's a vision of a lot of tech bros in the world, right?
Exactly.
I've heard they've bought some company also, which is they've bought some island or some place where these guys are running it, right?
Yeah, it's called seasteading. Yes.
It's like a startup where they run essentially a country, which is like a startup which these guys are controlling.
Right. So you have a group of people who want to achieve the Greater Israel Project, Pax Judaica. You also have people like Peter Thiel, the tech bros, who want to achieve the network state. You also have the Catholic Church and the Orthodox Church, who believe that in this time of crisis, the church, you reunify between the Catholic and the Orthodox. They're able to provide solace for the world and have the world return to maybe medieval Europe when the church was in control, okay? So rather than think that a nation state is going to dominate the world, because it's not, think of different parallel systems in place where they're all competing with different ideologies.
Has it ever happened in the past? Total global collapse?
Yeah, it's called the Bronze Age collapse.
When?
So the year is about 1000 BC, okay? So what happened was that the world in 1000 BCE is very similar to the world that we live in today. But rather than have oil unify the world, it's bronze that unifies the world, okay? And bronze is made from two metal alloys, which is tin and copper. So the entire global economy was about extracting tin and copper in different locations and then bringing them to certain urban centers to create weapons, jewelry, ornaments, to feed the global economy. And at this point in history, about the year 1000, the entire world was heavily globalized. Egypt, Mesopotamia, Mycenaean Greece, Anatolia, Turkey, they were all interconnected in this vast global trade network.
Okay.
And eventually, this entire system collapsed, which is what led to something called the Greek Dark Ages. And even today, scholars speculate what caused the collapse, but it seems a perfect series of crises, which includes environmental, earthquakes, droughts. It also includes economic collapse. It also includes political revolution, civil war. So very similar to what's happening today. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is that all societies, when they reach a certain threshold, their structural contradictions overwhelm them and force them into making these stupid mistakes, like starting these wars they can't possibly win. And this only exacerbates their local structural contradictions, which then ultimately causes decline. And when one domino falls, every domino falls. So it's a cascading effect where if America were to fall, it doesn't mean that China and Russia replace America. It means that China and Russia fall with America.
So people who are watching this right now, they must now be thinking this is scary at this point. What should they do? What an average person should do at this point, because you're telling that everybody is going to get poor, their economy is going to collapse, the dollar in your pocket will mean absolutely nothing. So everything that you're saying is just making me pessimist about the world.
Okay. So I would say that to prepare for this new world, the first and most important thing to do is educate yourself. That's what you can do right now. You can watch this podcast and fact check everything I've said. Okay? Make sure I'm telling you the truth, right? Doubt me. If you don't agree with me, do not just turn off this podcast and just ignore me. Fact check what I say, right? Everything I've said about Rabbi Sneerson, everything said about the National Defense Strategy, you can read for yourself. to confirm what I've said. That's the first thing I would do. Just educate yourself. Second thing I would do is, if after all this research, you think that what I'm saying makes sense, then you have to self-reflect and ask yourself, what matters to me the most? Is it money that matters, or is it family that matters? If you think that money, all that matters in your life is money, well, you're gonna have a hard time, because the world is headed towards economic collapse. Okay, it's not about making as much money as you can, it's about survival. But if it's family that matters to you, if it's community, it's friends that matter to you, then you have a reason to fight hard in order to survive the coming calamities. And when you find this reason, you'll be much more energetic, you'll be much more motivated, you'll be much more curious. And that's going to be your superpower in this time. Okay. And the third thing I will do is connect with others. Connect with others to learn about what's going on. Connect with others to figure out solutions. And once these three things happen, okay, if you're committed to these three things, educating yourself, figuring out what matters to you, and connecting with people who are like you, you will not just survive what's happening, but you will thrive.
This is a very powerful story, and this is brilliantly explained, perfectly articulated. The way he said it and put everything together, it's mind-blowing. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section.